Ja, ons is hier vandag by die Drakensberg munisipaliteit se vroeë kinderontwikkelingsindaba, beter bekend as die educare sektor hier by die Hugenote gemeenskapsaal in die Paarl, Wake Up DC nommer 1 aanlyn platform. Ons gaan met belanghebbendes gesels, mense wat in die sektor werk en natuurlik ook met verteenwoordigers van die Drakensberg munisipaliteit, so bly ingeskakel. Ja, ons staan hier so met Desmorey Prins en met Bonita Daniels. Hulle gaan 'n bietjie gesels oor die belangrikheid van registrasie en hoe dit werk. Desmorey, eerstens, jy is integraal in die hele proses. Vat ons deur hoe dit werk en wat jou werksaamhede behels.
Okay. So ek is Desmorey Prins en ek is die ECD officer in Drakensberg by die Drakensberg munisipaliteit vir ECD's en ek is soort van die dryfkrag en die fasiliteerder om seker te maak dat die ECD centers die dienste kry wat hulle nodig het, in lyn natuurlik met die nasionale en provinsie se requirements, as ook die kinderwet, want dit is belangrik ons werk met 'n kinderwet hierso, 'n wet wat klaar bepaal hoe ons in die riglyne hoe ons met die kinders moet werk, né? So ek fokus grotendeels op registrasie. Ek het 'n proses van registrasie wat ek doen om kleuterskole compliant te kry sodat hulle voldoen aan die munisipale wette, aan die land se wette, aan die kinderwet sodat hulle alles voldoen. Bonita sê altyd vir ons comply nie net ECD's nie, maar ons comply quality ECD's. So vir ons lê klem op die quality. Ons wil hê dan net 'n ECD center wees, maar dit moet 'n quality ECD center wees, want 'n mens verwag jou kind moet quality education kry by skool. So dit is wat ons doen in Drakensberg. So ek het 'n proses wat ek doen waar die applikant na my toe kom. Eerste, ek gaan deur die hele munisipale prosesse met die applikant en na die applikant klaar is by my, dan gaan die applikant oor en hulle gaan na die early education toe. So hulle is 'n span Bonita en 'n span en hulle hanteer dan die proses. Hulle is verantwoordelik vir 'n paar ander goed. Maar ek moet vir jou sê, ons vul mekaar baie goed aan. Ek is baie kyk op 2018 het basic education of op daai stadium was dit Department of Social Development, het hulle NGO's vir organisasies aangestel om ECD's te doen. En dit was verskillende instansies, was verskillende plekke. So Stellenbosch het sy eie grassroots is in Mamasbury en the early education kom toe nou Drakensberg toe. Maar ek moet vir jou sê dit is regtig 'n blessing vir my. Ons is baie dankbaar om vir hulle te hê. Hulle support wat hulle vir ons gee in die Drakensberg is amazing. Ek sal dit nie sonder hulle kan doen nie. Dit is maar 'n team effort. Nee, ons druk op mekaar se nommers en ons mekaar nodig het. Maar die groot doel is alles ten volle vir die kinders. Dit wat ons doen, wil ons hê, dit moet goeie kleuterskole wees, kinders moet goeie opvoeding kry, kinders moet veilig wees en dit is maar wat ons elke dag van ons lewe in ons werksplek doen. Behalwe dit het ons natuurlik 'n programme wat ons ook doen. Ons empower ons ECD onderwysers, soos ons vroeër gesê het in 'n speech. Ek dink Bonita se span Patricia het gesê, ons wil nie vir hulle die vis gee nie. Ons wil hulle leer hoe om die vis te vang. En dit is wat ons doen. Dieselfde met die first aid training hierso. Ons het first aid training gehad. Ons het ons onderwysers opgelei. Dit is hoekom hulle first aid kits gekry het. So gebeur daar ietsie in die skooltjie, dan weet hulle wat om te maak. So ons wil ons mense empower deur die goed. Ons wil ons mense met skills empower. Ons wil hulle met education empower. Want ons wil dit is soos iemand vroeër gesê het. Die dag as ek nie meer daar is nie, dan weet ek julle kan op julle eie bene staan. Ons gaan nie heeltyd vir julle sweenvoet nie. So ek dink my hartklop. Dis Bonita se hartklop en ek dink dit is hoekom TIEK en die Drakensberg munisipaliteit so goed saamwerk. Want ons het dieselfde doel. Dit is om die beste te gee vir elke kind in 'n skool. Ja.
Bonita, Desmorey het nou vroeër so 'n bietjie grapsgewys gesê dat jy op patrone hou. So just give us an indication, into TIEK and what you guys do, the integral services that you offer.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm Bonita Daniels from the Early Education Center, and we focus on early childhood development. Our main aim is to increase access for more children to enter into the preschool world, but with quality. And so registration is one of our key focuses. And like my colleague says, I call her my colleague because in essence she is a colleague because we have to complement each other. And that is what Patricia was talking about early on. Partnerships, collaborations, because if you don't have a good working relationship, then things are not going to happen. And in Drakensberg, we have really come together as a team where most creches here are registered according to what the municipality's regulations and things have been saying. And I must say, in terms of infrastructure, Drakenstein municipality is a no-nonsense municipality because they really assist and help the creches to comply.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see the planning department here where creches can come and inquire about where the application is in terms of zoning, their building plan and fire and health that's here. Because those are the basic things that creches need for them to operate. Because if they don't have that, then they're illegal. And we know when things are illegal, things happen. And where does it always come to? To the municipality. So Desmorey and a team with Mr. Kadalt and us and others, we try to kind of really empower the facilities so that they can deliver that quality service. But also not just looking at the infrastructure, but the quality of a learning program. Because if you don't have a learning program, children are not going to be able to start formal school on a good note.
Yeah, it's almost like you lay the base for the child's progression into childhood. Just take us into the sector as well. I'm certain that you need to have passion, you need to have dedication if you want to make a difference. Tell us into that mindset of a person that starts an early childhood development center.
Good, thank you for that. I was a preschool teacher and I'd like to think I'm still a preschool teacher. And I think it's such an important job that preschool teachers have, but yet little investment into into this sector because people just think you're looking after children. But to be an ECD to be an ECD preschool teacher, you need to have a passion. And so what is passion? Passion is that I am 110% in this to make the child successful and to be the springboard for that child when he starts or she starts school. And very importantly also is to look beyond where the child come from. And because if we look beyond where the child come from, it's like Desmorey's boss was saying, you must be interested into wanting to make that child a somebody. So, yeah.
Desmorey, jy werk nou al 8 jaar nee. Sê vir ons waar daai liggie aangegaan by jou om te sê ek wil graag dit doen, ek wil graag in die sektor werk, ek wil graag 'n verskil daar maak.
Ja, ek dink dit het begin by ek is oor die algemeen baie lief vir kinders en ek is 'n mens, maar spesifiek met kinders. Ek het by distrik munisipaliteit gewerk in Mooriesburg, daai kant en ek het met verskillende, ons was community development workers, maar ons het met verskillende portfolio's gewerk. En dan jy werk met die verskillende portfolio's, maar jy weet mos nou daar's een wat mos maar baie na aan jou hart gaan lê. En toe's dit nou die vroeë kinderontwikkeling wat baie na aan my hart lê. En toe die pos geadverteer word by Drakenstein munisipaliteit, ek het 2 keer gedink of ek moet aansoek doen nie, want ek het geweet dit is waar ek wil wees. En die distrikmunisipaliteit, hulle operate mos maar anders soos julle weet, Bonita, as 'n munisipaliteit op die grond. En ek wou op die grond gewees het by my mense. Ek wou hier 'n verskil maak en dit is presies waar ek nou is. Ek dink die wat is die woord wat 'n mens kan sê? Die onderwysers of kleuterskoolonderwysers is soms dink mense ag is maar net nog 'n job, maar dit is een van die grootste jobs wat jy ooit kan kry, want ons mense, ons onderwysers shape daai kind se mind. Nou daai kind is jy 'n halwe dag omtrent soms die volle dag in die kleuterskool. So ons werk met daai kind en ons kry die kind reg vir die volgende fase wat die kind ingaan. So vir my is dit 'n uiters belangrike werk om te doen, maar ek is absoluut lief vir ek het 'n passie vir vroeë kinderontwikkeling. Ek doen 2 ander portfolio's ook, maar ek het vir hulle gesê as julle vir my net dit kan gee, dan vat ek hom net so.
Okay.
So lief is ek vir kinders en ek dink dit is iets sê altyd dit is vir my, dis nie net vir my 'n beroepie, dis my calling. Ek is geroep. Die Here het my geroep vir die werk en dit is hoekom ek hier is vandag.
Bonita, tell us about this get together here today. How important is it to give recognition first of all? And how important is it to show the people that work in the sector that you recognize them? And then also just that working relationship in terms of the municipality, your organization, and them as well.
Wow, it's a mouthful. I think forum meetings are normally held every quarter, initiated by Mrs. Prins here, Desmorey.
Yeah.
And that is where information is shared. But I think with the new registration process that's happening, the e-case registration, it is so crucial that every single person that wants to make a difference in a child's life needs to be part and parcel of this.
Yes.
Because this was a day, a brilliant day, I must say, and I want to say thank you to Desmorey and the Drakenstein municipality for coming out full force and getting all these people together, because ECD is never given an opportunity like that with the local people. And so here, Desmorey has given us this opportunity, this platform for everybody to come be part of it. And like my colleague had said, it's a small business.
Yeah.
And ECDs shouldn't be taken lightly, because in essence, it is a small business. They create jobs. And just think, if creches are supported by government, by businesses, what big impact this can be. It can change communities, it can change environment, it can change the look of our struggling communities that we're currently having. So it's important to give recognition, whether it's small by the first aid training or giving a certificate. This is how we're going to give people the opportunity to say that I matter, and the work that I do can change how we see South Africa even. So yes, thank you very much. It starts with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dames, dankie vir die harde werk wat julle doen. Desmorey, Bonita, alle sterkte nie. En ons gaan definitief in die toekoms weer saam met julle gesels. Baie dankie. We're speaking to Jane Daniels. Jane, I won't venture into all the aspects that you technically do on a daily basis. Take us into your work and what you do.
Sure. So, my name's Jane. I'm a speech therapist. I studied at the University of Cape Town and graduated in 2023. And I work with speech sound disorders. I work with language delays. I even work with some feeding issues as well. So I have a passion for pediatrics. I'm very interested in the autism community, and I'm also doing my master's in neonatal feeding.
Just take us into that. You told me a story earlier of how you ended up, doing that. Just take us a bit of a big story about that.
Right, so initially when I was growing up, I always said from the age of 5, I was like, I want to be a pediatrician. Things didn't go as planned, so I didn't get in for medicine. And I then applied for speech therapy as my second choice. My first day, I immediately said, I'm only going to be here for a year. I'm transferring to medicine. Right? Then COVID hit, and it just continued. I was like, well, now I'm in second year. Might as well see how it goes. Let's see, the practical side of things. And here I am standing, a graduated speech therapist, and now doing my master's. And I'm working with kids. I'm in the population that I want to be in. So yeah, it worked out in the end.
Oh, great. You did a speech earlier. You focused on a couple of aspects that is important. I want to focus on the screen time thing. Take us into that one.
Sure. So I think with the rise of technology, we see that so many parents are putting their kids in front of iPads, tablets, and TVs. Why? Because it's so convenient. Lives are busy. It's easy to put them in front of a TV because you know they're going to be there.
Yes.
But in terms of communication, they're not actually practicing that skill. They're kind of just sitting there taking in.
Yeah.
And yes, there are great programs that can help build vocab. But at the end of the day, we need to be practicing social interaction because that's how they learn a skill.
Just take us into that. You said a child needs how many minutes of screen time, and why is it important to focus on that specific time frame? Yeah.
So with research that's been coming out, there's so many articles, and some people say 1 hour, some people say 30 minutes. I try to minimize it even more and say, okay, let's go for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But it's also not 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. It's 30 minutes for the whole day. And I tell parents, look, you can break it up. Do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just so that the child is still engaging and still playing and engaging with their peers and practicing their skills.
How can we practically assist our children without, hammering on technical things in helping their development?
So there's three things that I can say is, first one is choice making, giving them choices. Do you want a red apple? Do you want a yellow banana? In that way, we're teaching them vocab, we're expanding what they have. If a child points to something, label what they're saying. So if a child points, say cup, and you give it to them. Again, expanding vocab. Turn taking is so important because how do we communicate? I say something, you say something. We call it pre-linguistic skills. So all those foundational skills really need to be there. And be silly with your kids, play with them, get down on their level.
Jane, why is it important for you to be here specifically today? I mean, you could have been anywhere else, but you're here today. Why are you here today?
I think as a speech therapist that works in pediatrics, I've seen the benefits of kind of stimulation. And where do they get the stimulation? In the creches. And I mean, I wouldn't choose to be anywhere else. I think it's so important that we are educating teachers and collaborating with them because, we're building the leaders of the future. And where else better to do it than right here?
I forgot to ask you earlier, you're a young person in Youth Month. Youth Month. Any practical advice for youth out there? Maybe I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, Jane is a speech therapist. I can't get there. Practical advice of how I can improve my life where I am today in the area that I live in.
Sure. I think it's so difficult. We live in an age, and I'm going to bring it back to social media.
Yeah.
Everybody's lives look so glamorous, right? But is that actually reality? I think it's so important for young people to be steadfast in where they currently are. Build from there. Don't build from someone else's glamorous life. Build from where you are.
Yes.
And be proud of it, and that's going to shape your experience. It's going to shape how you experience the world. So don't lose hope of where you are currently and where you come from.
Thank you so much and all the best with what you do. Okay, you're with Mentor Gcwabe. Mentor, take us into your organization first and what you guys do.
Vivlia Group of Companies is an educational company where we produce books and also educational toys. And we also have an MST side, which is Math, Science and Technology, that I don't have here because this part was for ECD. So we in ECD, we cover all the areas that the ECD requires, meaning that your maths, your life skill, and your literacy.
Okay.
Then you will find it. And also we encourage people, like these ones, you will see that these dolls is a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
And both of these dolls, they identify the child in the classroom.
Okay.
So we encourage teachers to have two dolls in a classroom.
Yeah.
Although in one of the schools they say they don't want the boys, they want the girls because children, they get excited when they see the boy.
Yeah.
And on this here, this is for literacy.
Okay.
Children can work on this. This puzzle is for summer.
Can you just show the camera so that Zandre can just see?
Zandre. You see here? This is the first education children learn when they come in January in class. My body.
Yeah.
So they learn about their body parts. And then they will do exercises on their body parts right through the day. Even on the literacy time, because they've got a program. In the morning it's maths, and during the day it's life skill, and then when they're about to go home, it's literacy.
Okay.
Whereby and here they've got music ring.
Okay.
They need the instruments for hearing and for their whole body movement.
Okay.
So when they listen to music, they must be moving. And also we have different textures of the ball.
Yeah.
So when they touch it, they will tell you this one feels like this. Then that's when you know the child is able to identify the textures.
Okay.
Yes. And here is the fruits. They will tell you what kind of fruits are these.
Yeah.
And here, this is our scale. They
Okay.
must know.
Sorry.
They must be able to know the big and small.
Okay.
So they will know when it's small this side, then it will go down.
Yeah.
And when it's big this side, it will go up. And this one is for math. This is a puzzle. This is 1 to 10 because we encourage them not to learn. They must be able to understand the number and the symbol.
Okay. So it's basically the number in their heads, but they also need to identify when it's written down, how does it look like?
How does it look like? So we put those things together. And these ones, this is a puzzle where they are able to put it together. Here we're stimulating hand-eye coordination.
Okay.
They put in, their hands must be also developed, their small muscles with the eye and be able to pick up. If you look at them, they are bigger, so the children must able to pick it.
Yeah.
And this puzzle is good for the 2 to 3 year olds.
Okay.
Because they will see it is big. This, they identify the shape and then where this shape will go to.
Yeah.
And then they take, and then they will tell you this is a bear.
Okay.
You know? So that's what we encourage the teachers. Here on the puppets, you find those puppets are the people that help us.
Yeah.
You have your police, you have the fire person, you have a nurse and the doctor. Those people are the most important people in our community. We also have other puppets that are a family and the grandparents.
Okay.
Yes.
Mentor, I heard you had a couple of inquiries earlier. Tell us, how does the process work when we contact you? How do you get the stuff out to the ECDs? How does that work?
So there are a lot of ECD practitioners and educators and principals who are interested in my material. I gave them the catalog and my business contacts. So they are going to contact me, or I will contact them, giving them the price list and giving them also our other digital catalog. They can say what they want and tick on the catalog and then send back to me. I give them the quotation. If they say yes to the quotation, then that's when I'm going to activate and send them the pro forma invoice.
Okay, tell us about success stories that you guys have. I know it's probably many, but mention a few for us.
Our successful stories.
Yeah.
Well, we in Johannesburg, we were training ECD practitioners on the kit.
Yeah.
So if they buy the kit, we train them how to use the kit.
Okay.
Because sometimes the practitioners don't know how to use the kit. And it has made them to be interested and love what they are doing. Because if they are not aware or know what they are doing, it makes them to have to be demoralized. And it encourages that when they train them, they were excited, children were excited, and the results were given by the parents.
Wow, Mentor, thank you for the interesting discussion and all the best with what you do. It's a great job that you guys do.
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be here as well.
The development of your community should not be left as a government responsibility. Businesses, wherever they are located, play a critical role on developing the community around them. Poverty, crime, inequality, and reduced community development can all be traced back to unemployment. As a business owner, do you want to know how your business can play a role in developing the community in which you operate? Here's how. World Fair Trade Organization, Africa and Middle East, is running a 3-day training session titled Business Development Toolkit, Making Profit to Empower Communities. This training will equip you on how you can develop a social impact element to your business model. Sessions include practical training on business sustainability, local sourcing, skills development, and lots more. Your increased participation in all the sessions increases the chance of your business getting a 20,000 Rand investment in your business sustainability plan. If your business has been operational for more than 2 years and you have a staff complement of more than 3 people and are interested in increasing sustainability elements to your business while positively impacting local communities, send us an email detailing how you meet the qualifying criteria.
Wake Up DC nommer 1 aanlyn platform. Wat 'n lekker interaksie het ons vandag gehad hier by die Hugenote gemeenskapsaal. Dit is natuurlik die ECD sektor wat in fokus was. Hulle het hulle Indaba gehad. Ons sê dankie aan Drakensberg munisipaliteit, al die rolspelers en ons wens hulle alle sterkte toe met hulle werksamehede.